Hi, today I'm vlogging on a Saturday, so forgive the casual attire. I wanted to do a video on Middle Eastern beauty. We get amazing feedback from our patients in the Middle East, but also our followers, and they have a very specific set of beauty concerns, and I thought it'd be nice to put those together in a video, and I'd probably split this over a couple of videos as well. These girls have so much going for them: gorgeous golden toned skin, amazing brows and lashes, and fabulous hair. So they really meet the criteria I have for like your natural best beauty, and there's 3 ways to go about this. But like all of us, they have their particular worries. So in this video, I'm going to cover, I think, their skincare concerns. We'll talk about cosmetics issues in a separate video. The first thing they tend to complain of is dark circles. Now, this is a component that any skin tone that carries a lot of melanin is predisposed to. So I see this a lot in Southern Asian girls as well. And when you look, it's not just the under eye area, it's the whole lid. And this is because of the natural thinness of the skin in this part of the body. And in a way, I think it's part of their aesthetic, and that's not something that should be masked out. There's definitely a trend towards cosmetics that mimic our own natural hues that you find in the skin, and I don't think this needs to be as I say, masked out by any means, but I think it is good to minimise areas of contrast where possible, as this tends to be what catches the eye. So I think that the most important thing is to understand that you must preserve your skin thickness in this part of the body. So that means proper sunscreen use right up to the lash line. I don't believe in using a dedicated sunscreen for the eye area, but I do think it's worth finding one that you're really comfortable applying as generously around the eyes as you do over the rest of the face. And it's amazing how many women actually skip this. And obviously having sunglasses to use at the merest hint of a sunny day whenever you go outside. In terms of skincare, I think that vitamin C, something I've talked about in many of my videos, and most recently did a video series for the Telegraph, and this week's video has actually been on vitamin C and its benefits. It's a great ingredient to use around the eye. It's a powerful active, it has lots of benefits, but in particular it's great at keeping the skin thickness, building collagen and reducing pigmentation, so it can really brighten up the under eye area. And my preferred brand is Abaji, but I would start off with 10%, this is the stronger one, which you can build up to, and I find I can tolerate 20% without any problems at all. But start low and build up with any of these actives. And SkinCeuticals, CE Ferulic and Floritin CF are also good. The other product I tend to like, in addition to good quality sunscreen, is an under eye cream called Chernor Exo from Origa, which contains vitamin K. And this can be helpful in those who have pigmentation around their eye, in part due to problems with circulation, and this can really help brighten as well. Finally, everyone needs good moisturizer and a great under eye concealer. No girl's kit should be without that. So those are the things I think you can do to improve the appearance of dark circles around the eyes. So on the subject of pigmentation, the next concern that Middle Eastern girls are often worried about are brown spots, dark marks, or what we call medically solar lentigos. And these are clumps of excess melanin that again occur in response to UV exposure. And this tends to be an earlier concern than perhaps wrinkles or sagging that we might see in fairer skin types. And I think that we now recognise that areas of contrast in the skin are also as much a sign of aging as those changes, as I say, that's wrinkles and sagging. So I think that in terms of brightening up complexion, again, sunscreen is your first line of attack. Vitamin C in the morning is an excellent way to protect yourself in hot climates, and makes complete sense to layer under your sunscreen, as does using a retinoid at night for anti-aging benefits, but also for its brightening benefits. I think there's usually space once you have those two actives employed to then build in a specific product for pigmentation that will reduce contrast in brown spots. Now on prescription I use a lot of hydroquinone and azelaic acid. Over the counter you often have to use products that combine multiple pigmentation treating ingredients, and one of the best I've found is this one from Paula's Choice called Resist Skin Transforming Multi-Correction Treatment. So it contains azelaic acid and also salicylic acid and licorice. So this is an excellent product, and I would suggest using this after vitamin C, before moisturiser and sunscreen in the morning. So the final skincare concern that faces many Middle Eastern women that I see is finding a suitable sunscreen for everyday use. And I think particularly if we're trying to prevent pigmentation, we want to use something that contains physical sunscreen, so that's zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. And those ingredients historically made skin look ashy or grey or flat looking. Formulations have come a long way, and certainly tinted sunscreens have improved this, but again, it can still be quite difficult to find something with just the right texture that means that you don't object to wearing it every day, that you can actually enjoy using it. So the best one that I have found of late, that I've been talking a lot about on social media, is the Elta MD UV Clear Sunscreen. And it comes in a non-tinted, but more importantly, a tinted version. And I think that the tint is just perfect for the typical Middle Eastern complexion. It's not a strong tint, but it's got a golden quality as opposed to a sort of slightly more grey beige colour that some of the other tinted sunscreens I've come across recently have had. It tends to just disappear on the skin. It's got a hydrating format which tends to suit dry, arid conditions, and certainly the women I see that come from places like Saudi, Kuwait, Bahrain complain of how dry the air is, and also of course the consequences of living indoors for a lot of the time in very air-conditioned environments. And the beauty of this is it contains niacinamide, which boosts skin hydration through increased ceramide production, but also helps with pigmentation and the tendency to blemishes. So it's a bit of a winner in that it's a therapeutically active sunscreen which has lots of other beauty benefits as well. So that's my 3 skincare Middle Eastern beauty kind of issues dealt with. I'm going to come back with another video and address cosmetic concerns as well. I hope that was useful. Do come back for more top tips for Middle Eastern beauty. Look forward to seeing you next time.